EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. Taken in at the 3. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll go again with ETN. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Here's a give to ETN. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Steelers had 14-2 heading into this final week. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets it up past the 35. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Let's go now.
Throwing is Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They find some open field here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 73 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got this one to Henderson. It's caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have moved out in front. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Take it in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Let's go.
From the 44, Hurts rolling to his right. Open man downfield is Ridley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running the jet sweep with Ridley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Etienne up the middle. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. This take it in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good 1st half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their 1st drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, they'll throw. Launching one for Henderson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Jags have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, nice move. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hurts throw into the hands of Kirk. He's at the 50. The 30. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Hurts. Touchdown Jaguars. Calvin Ridley from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now back to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 107 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second and 14. He's got Gore. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal. You could go for can punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start on the ground. ETN trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Hot 70, hot 70.
On second down, ETN once more, but only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. 77 Wolf.
Here's Hurts to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
19.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Into the hands of Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They go play action with Hurts. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Get it!
Here's ETN. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Check.
In motion left goes a tight end. On first down, right back to ETN. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 157 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with ETN.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win. Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.